Hello, Nirvana. My name is Charles. You may know me as the host of the radio program you are currently listening to, New Nirvana Radio. I'm fairly new since I had to take over for the previous host, but I would like to put as much effort as I can into this program. I have some news stories to cover from earlier tonight. First up, a mysterious girl was seen skipping school. Little is known about this girl, but she seems to have an affiliation with the new police officer. This officer, James Thomas, will not give us any more information on the girl or her current whereabouts. She was last seen flailing around in the street, heading towards Bill's Butchery Emporium. When we asked the owner, Bill Barnes, more about this girl, he let us know that she was being dealt with by his assistant, Dakota. Dakota, you may know from around town, who fills that shop with all of its delicious meats, in which we fill our tummies. Except for Beth, the vegan. Nobody likes Beth. In fact, coincidentally, she has gone missing, and if you have any information on her current whereabouts, please talk to the police immediately. We also have celebrity author Digby Bush in our town, currently. More on these stories after the break. Now, I have some things that I want to get out of the way that I sort of thought of. This morning when I was writing out the notes for the session, I sort of thought about a couple little mini events that happened to all of you in the morning before you met up. Probably the most significant. Mary, I'm gonna need you to roll the 2d6.
Oh, why? It's too early in the morning for Mary to have a traumatic event happen. 11!
She's standing there, and she's standing in a very dark space. And dimly lit. You can't tell why it's dimly lit. Everything is kind of blurry. But you do see something. In the wall, there is a crack. And there is something in the back of your mind telling you that no matter what, whatever is behind that crack in the wall is incredibly dangerous. And you shouldn't not interact with it, but you should definitely proceed with absolute caution.
Is this like the Cracks video from PBS, like in the 1980s? You guys know what I'm talking about? The
Nope.
lost short with the crack monkey.
We don't need to go on the crack tangent right now.
I straight up have no idea what you're talking about.
We should watch that as a group sometime. It'd be great.
For all of
bonding.
the not crack.
Someone listening is gonna know what I'm talking about. It's super cryptic.
Maybe. Yeah, it is super cryptic.
They'll get it.
Maybe. To the one person in the audience who knows what the crack video is, rewatch it.
From
it's real.
Sesame Street.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, no, but then you wake up in a cold sweat. I'm assuming. Actually, you know what? I'll let you make that character decision for yourself. Are you in a cold sweat?
It's a hot sweat.
Okay.
It's a hot sweat.
It's a hot sweat. It's boiling. You are magma is coming out of your body.
It's a mild sweat. Not cold, not too hot. It's a Goldilocks sweat.
God, that just I don't.
That's a phrase
right.
I've never heard.
I got a bottle of Goldilocks sweat that I just keep with me all the time.
It's gamer girl sweat.
God,
Okay,
God,
we
we are
bathtub
so
water?
we are
We're
so
already
off
off
topic. Okay, moving on. How about Digby? Where are you waking up?
On a cot.
You are in a metal room with a cot in it, and where do you go then?
I'm gonna head over to... it's the room where I just have a stash of whatever might help in a crisis.
Well, you can have, we can make it so that this place has, like, regular... Yeah, you see, you probably have a kitchen down there.
I was thinking kitchen as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like, maybe
That's
not
a much
kitchen,
more mundane option.
but, like, a general, just area, recreational area.
For food? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so I walk into the general recreation area.
We'll call it, like, a kitchen.
Okay.
Spoiler, Digby lives on the moon.
Yes.
Just, I wish not to die, so I've chosen to go to the living room.
There's a really old coffee machine on the shelf, and Digby's gonna try to brew himself a cup of joe.
And while you're sitting there with your cup of joe, I don't know exactly how this would work, and it probably wouldn't, but for the sake of the narrative, the little radio kicks on, like the little vintage radio that's sitting on the counter kicks on. And
Okay.
the man over the radio says, good morning, Nirvana. My name is Charles. I am your host as always. New Nirvana Radio is proud to bring you the news, whatever music I can, find the license to, and whatever else I may have to share. And he just starts talking about general stuff.
Digby's quickly gonna pull out his notebook and scratch down that the radio turned on without any other any prompting from Digby, and he's gonna go and try to turn it off.
Funny radio go burr.
Yeah, it turns off without a hitch, but you hear out of nowhere from somewhere around you, you didn't like that very much, did you?
Who are you? How did you get in here?
I can tell that you didn't appreciate the sentiment of me trying to give you a good morning.
I appreciate the gesture, but would you? How about you show yourself? I'd like to.
I cannot show myself. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, I'd rather you not give me any other nice surprises this morning, or any further mornings, to be honest.
Okay. If you have any questions, please just say my name.
Which is?
My name is Cal. Pleasure to meet you. And then the voice goes silent.
Okay. It may not look like it, but that definitely unsettled Digby. That interrupted his routine, so much so that he doesn't even write it down. I think Digby's kind of shaken by that.
What a betrayal of his character, not writing it down.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Well, now moving on to the last, but definitely not least, Dakota. What are you doing?
So yeah, he had an experience last time we saw him.
Blood and whatnot.
Yeah. And waking up this morning, he notices that he's not in his bed. He's, like, on the floor, meaning he probably fell out of his bed last night. Because he, like, gets up and then looks around and realizes that he's not in his bed. And it says, "Oh, I thought I finally stopped doing that. Whatever. Oh, I just gotta go find that little girl again. I want to make sure she's not in any trouble. I want to make sure. And then he kind of like looks around himself, brushes himself off, realizes he still had some dirt and stuff on him from the last night's festivities, and goes, I want to make sure I'm not in trouble. And then kind of just heads into the bathroom, splashes some water on his face, really looks at himself in the mirror to make sure there's no more blood or anything. Then kind of rehearses smiling to himself in the mirror a bit. Because, man, you don't just wake up in the morning after what happened to him yesterday and just act fine.
Yeah.
That's so edgy.
So he gets up, and then just, you can see by the general expression on his face that he's just kind of trying to forget what happened. Until the idea resurfaces in his head that he needs to head to the police station. He goes, oh, right, I gotta do that. And he quickly grabs his keys and leaves his house.
All right. So let's say the scene is promptly 12 o'clock. Digby and Dakota, you guys come and find Officer Thomas, and he's standing outside waiting for you. Hey, you're the two fellas from yesterday, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. Did you... I'm sorry if it sounded really sudden last time. It's just I'm really worried that whatever took those guys out in the mine could have something to do with some weird behavior I've seen with the animals around. So I wanted to see, just to make sure, that whatever bear or whatever animal was eating those people, it might have rabies, and that could be a serious issue for the environment.
Yeah, that's part of what I wanted to talk to you about. Now, I'm gonna go and show you the bodies, or I guess what's left of the bodies, in a second, but there's something that you need to understand about him first, that we think the mortician sort of picked up on with a little couple context clues. You know what? This'll be fun, actually. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll see if you can pick it up. Sort of like a...
Oh, I love fun.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
test.
think anything with dead bodies would be fun, but sure, I guess I can give this a go.
Yeah.
I guess it won't hurt.
Well, when you're in my
As long as
industry
it doesn't
for
take too long.
so long, you start to get desensitized to a couple things. Dead body's nothing to worry about. Well, I guess until you're one yourself. Well, you know, people talk to me like I'm crazy. I go out to those films and I see them all every other time. You know, one of the things that I like it's an unpopular opinion, but I get more sad when the animals die than the humans. People look at me like I'm crazy, but like, people die all the time. No one wants to see their friend die. I see every, like, dog and cat and pet like a friend. Anyway, enough friend talk. We should be getting inside, shouldn't we?
Yeah, let's just change the subject. I guess we're still talking about dead bodies.
We're going to be talking about dead bodies for a long time, my friend. And he leads you guys inside the police station. And it's a quaint little thing. There's sort of a big hall, an entry hall, and to the left you can see some offices, little cubicles, and then a much bigger office that says sheriff on it. To the right there's a filing room, probably used for evidence and whatnot. And in the back...
Probably for filing.
Evidence. Wait.
Yes.
That's
That's probably what the filing room was for.
They just did the fusion dance, and now we have one cohesive point. Gavin.
Oh, wow.
I've never experienced this level of closeness
how
before.
Beautiful.
How beautiful.
You have a girlfriend.
No, but that level of intimacy is something that I've never, ever experienced, ever in my life.
Is there something you want to talk about? You have issues, man?
No.
How are your parents? No, we can. Let's keep moving with the podcast.
Group therapy later. So on the left, there is sort of walking down the hall. On the left, right next to the offices, are what look like holding cells, and they're just empty. There's like not a lot happens. That would maybe there's a like teenager in there that's wearing a big puffy jacket. He's got a Supreme logo on his hat.
It's me.
No. And to the right, that's where you find the morgue. And he opens up the door and he says, "We already got them all situated on the table for you. Go on in, fellers."
All right, guess we're walking in.
So is this a role for investigating a crime?
Well,
or like a scene?
I would assume so.
What
I
I
don't know.
want to do more is I want to like have this be open form. Like you guys can ask questions and I will answer. Without many roles or whatnot. I want to create like mysteries that you guys can actually solve rather than like more luck-based stuff. If there's like something that I don't think that you would particularly your character would be able to discern, I'll cut it there.
Then you won't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if your character is able to solve whatever mystery
Okay.
I put in
So yeah,
front of
kind
you,
of like a situation where we can look at everything pretty surface level, but if we want to get too deep into it, we'll have to roll.
Yeah, you'll have to roll.
All right. So what
Okay.
kind of surface level stuff do we observe with the bodies?
Well, when you see the bodies, they're laid out in the like skeletal. They're laid out in the skeletal structure, but none of them are connected. They're all sort of they're just bones. And there are these incisions made in these marks that were created on the bones themselves, but the skulls look a little bit more beat up. And what you can tell is there's actually the skulls aren't empty.
Oh.
Yeah, they're kind of everything else is picked dry, but like the skull itself still has stuff inside of it.
And Dakota will comment on what he sees. First off, going, "Oh, ew. Oh. It's so much worse when you actually look at it in person."
Well, try not to take too many deep breaths in, and you will be fine. It smells like horse shit.
I was able to tell, I promise. But what I do notice, just upon observation, is they've been picked clean. From what I know, the only animals around Nevada that would ever do that would be vultures or ravens or crows or, avian creatures. Which is kind of strange, considering these bodies were in a mine. And bats don't eat people like
Strange
this.
Indeed.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to bring up and point out. There's something strange about these marks in particular that we thought was a little bit strange for someone or something coming and eating it. Well, they're not bite marks. We've been able to discern that these are actually claw marks. So,
Oh.
whatever it was stripping it instead of eating it fresh off. Which is a little bit more alarming, but
Really only bears I could see doing that, but for people found so deep underground, that doesn't make any sense.
well, if it's a bear, I mean, it could have been hibernating in there for a really long time, like until very recently. Those mines
Well,
have been sealed up for well
The
over 80
bears
years.
shouldn't be in hibernation quite yet. It's only September.
Well, looking at the bodies, I think we should still consider it a possibility. A small one at that, but I don't really know of any other way to look at it.
If you think it's a strange animal, there's been a couple rumors going around about.
I'd like to know more about that. Could you elaborate about these rumors?
Well, see, there's this big apartment complex way down there. The man who owns it, I don't know him very well, but he doesn't seem very. And he thinks for a second, and he points to his head, but then he sort of like is would that be offensive? And he's like, he's not exactly what most people would call hinged. He said that he's seen really weird creatures out there in them woods.
Any specific descriptions?
Like if a bear had an eating disorder. That's
So just skinny or too big or...
incredibly skinny.
Well, I think that might resemble something I might have seen in the woods before. I think we might actually have something a little strange on our hands. If it is really a bear, that indicates that maybe we might have some kind of problem with the ecosystem.
Well, that can't be good. And so, are you two heading out, or is there anything else that you'd like from me?
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
Well, I guess I'll see you gentlemen out. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. And so he walks you to the door, but as you're leaving, Diggoby, he sort of grips your shoulder and he says, "I know yesterday you helped my daughter. She wasn't doing all too well. I just wanted to say thank you, and whatever ended up happening out there, if she ever gets in that kind of danger again, please just look out for her, okay?"
Oh, trust me, she's safe in our hands. Well, I don't know about Digby, because I don't really know him very well, but he was very supportive and very kind to me after a little incident I had with some of the animals out there yesterday, so I feel like if we were to find your daughter, we'd bring her right back to you.
That's right.
I'm a very trusting individual, but I know what a strange situation it is having two grown men that I barely even know look out for my teenage daughter. I want her to be safe. I want her to be safe, and in my position, I can't always procure that result. So,
We understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the job of the people of Nirvana to protect each other. Trust me, strange things have happened here before. It seems like the only fun things that we hear about are weird crime cases like this anyway. So trust me, the people of Nirvana, it's kind of like a pact once you come here. I've lived here for, oh my gosh, I think I'm coming on 6 years now. And the people here are always so supportive.
Yeah, I mean, you've been here since the beginning, then. I mean, New Nirvana only started construction about 7 years back.
Yeah, I know. I've been here for such a long time. I've seen so many fun things around here. And a case like this, now thinking about it, doesn't even seem too out of the ordinary. I've seen strange eating disorders with animals before, but not to the point where they'd eat a person. And especially so viscerally. Ew.
Yeah. Well, if you find anything else out, please come and talk to me. I need to get this case, and he does air quotes, sort of filed away before I can move on to anything else. And there are more pressing matters. We do have that kid with his bling and his jang all up in that holding cell there. He was trying to walk across the street on a red walking sign. Are you kidding me? You know what they call that back where I'm from?
I call it jaywalking, probably.
They call it jaywalking. They call it jaywalking, and
That's not a very exclusive term, sir.
No, it's not. It's not tolerated. Apparently over here, bit more tolerable. But you know what? You got to whip him into shape. You know.
Well, I mean, he probably just thinks that because there's so few people, he can just not have to worry about those kinds of things. But I don't know why he's in a holding cell.
Well,
You should just give him a warning.
he was walking with his crotch thrust out.
Oh, he had that kind of swagger to him. Trust me, as a guy with a lot of flamboyance, as some people choose to describe me, I know what it's like to come off that way, and I'm sure that this kid was just trying to be someone he's not.
Well, I will be seeing the two of you later.
Alrighty.
All right, well, I'm sure that, I've been around since before Nirvana even had a good police station, so that's why I'm just so into this kind of work. I kind of had to handle a lot of these little cases. So sorry if I seem intrusive.
I mean, not intrusive, but like, I am glad that you are helping and asking questions and that. Not it takes a lot off of my back. And if you see any of the other officers, tell them you got a good word in with me. I'm new, but I've made a bit of a presence.
And Nirvana, I mean, you probably could end up being the full chief in a while. But no, I'm sure you're on your way, and I'm sure you'll have great success here. Trust me, once people go here, they don't tend to leave. There's something that just pulls people to this place and keeps them there for a long time. I thought about leaving within my first few weeks, but then after a while, the people are just so friendly, so kind, and a little more plentiful, admittedly, in terms of how many people actually were here. Seems like a lot of people do tend to leave, but recently I've noticed a lot of people trying to stop by, and I'm sure you're one of those lovely few. But I'll see you around.
Well, I will be seeing you later. Goodbye and salutations. Cutting back to Mary. What are you doing now?
I'm on house arrest, right? Because I got an excuse from going to school for the next couple days, right?
So you're gaming. You're grinding out your Animal Crossing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
No, I had an idea, and this might not be the place to introduce it, but I had this idea that, because we talked about her having... Oh, wait, that was a poetry book. Never mind. I don't have an idea then. Never mind. No, she's probably, if she's not at home, just kind of enjoying her dad not being there, she's out again. Just not at school, not at home. Kind of vibing.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, your dad's at work, but like in the morning, would you sit down and like eat your patented brand Charmy Charms?
I think you forgot this is currently noon, so it's actually the afternoon.
Well,
No, she's definitely eating Charmy Charms at 12 noon. She didn't wake up until like 11:45.
oh, well now I can do things congruently. I wasn't necessarily going to
Yeah.
do everything in order, but like yeah, like if
It
you're
fits
if you're
with her. She kind of like had a bad dream, not really feeling it. She's still walking around in her pajamas, which are like worn out sweatpants and a really baggy t-shirt, and she's walking around, makes herself some cereal. And I think she'd be sitting on her porch. Her dad's at work. I imagine no one's just really walking around on a school day, so she'll be kind of vibing on her porch with her Charmy Charms.
Yep.
Yes, I don't know. That sounds like her.
No, yeah. Sitting there with the Charmy
Okay.
Charms, just taking in nature.
Yeah, kind of. She is a quiet person. She tends to be a more quiet person when it's just her, because I think she has enough going on in her head and like just externally with her dad that when she gets these moments of just kind of being allowed to exist on her own, she definitely revels in them.
Okay. Well, you're sitting there with your Charmy Charms, and you're sitting, and outside off of the porch, you're seeing this lush, all these trees and the wonderful yard that you have, and this view. Oh, it's beautiful, and all the wilderness too, like out over in the woods, and you can see everyone sort of, being so kind to each other out in the street, and it just fills you with a sense of
It makes
warmth.
her feel sick. Nope.
I do want you to roll.
I
do want you to roll a sharp though.
8.
Okay, so that's mixed. You realize something's wrong, but you don't know what's off. I mean, it's just everything out there. You realize that it's more what you think it is and not what it actually is.
So she goes, I think what's going on out there is not what I think it is, and something else. And then she goes back to eating her cereal.
Well, I mean, once you sort of
Her
admit
charmy charms.
that, her charmy charms, everything sort of dissipates. The lush green grass turns into desert ground, and it's really just hitting you how barren this place is, except for this large ring of trees that just surrounds what is New Nirvana, which is odd, but they're all it's a little thin ring, not enough to be a forest, enough to be a little jaunt through the woods, but it's odd. It's that sticks out as odd to you, but the people getting along turns to an argument over whether or not somebody should be getting a parking ticket, and everything just starts to devolve and get progressively shittier. And I mean, that's just the reality of your situation.
I miss home. I miss my Xbox and all of my friends.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so that kind of puts her off. She finishes the charmy charms, goes inside, gets dressed. I don't think she bothers taking the shirt she slept in off. She just kind of puts jeans on.
It's like the
walks
exact
out.
same outfit as yesterday.
No, she put a different shirt on to go to bed. The shirt she wore yesterday was a band shirt. The one she's wearing today is your generic sports team shirt.
Oh, she has a generic sports team shirt? That seems out of
She
character.
has all of the generic shirts. Think about this. When they moved here, she kind of just raided a Goodwill for clothes that fit her. And so she doesn't have much of a fashion sense. It's what there is. So she walks out in a generic Go Team t-shirt and just goes, if not anything else, just to try and shake that disorienting thing from her head.
All right.
So she's walking now.
Okay. Well, let me pull out my handy dandy map that I drew out this morning while I was I was supposed to be taking a standardized test. So
That's a bra moment.
what direction? So when you go out your front door, you are in one of those alleyways that we talked about earlier.
Her front door opens to an alleyway?
Yeah.
That's... Really?
Yep. It's kind of shit.
Canonically, is that every house on the street or just hers?
Nope.
That the front door opens
Well,
into
some
the alley?
of them don't. Some of them do, and some of them don't. Some of them open onto the road, some of them open into the alleyway. It's really inconsistent architecture.
That sucks. Okay. So she's in the alley. Let's say she goes off in the direction of that public park she was at before.
Okay, that's
She's kind of familiar with the area. She heads over there.
yeah, that's only about 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
So you get there at the public park, and there's actually been an addition to the graffiti that you saw there earlier.
Okay.
And you see this really menacing looking eye symbol.
Ugh.
That it's unsettling, but it's made in the same sort of spray paint as the other graffiti. So you'd probably assume that it was the same assailant.
Those dang
Do I
whippersnappers.
have to roll an investigation check to see if the paint's still wet, or can I just ask you?
That should be easily observable.
Yeah, that is easily observable. It's not wet per se, but you can tell that it's not like the other graffiti seemed a little bit older. This is fresh. This isn't like drying fresh, but it's fresh. It was like maybe yesterday after you left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's a little bit put off, but I mean, in her time existing, she's seen some pretty weird things. There was a big monster yesterday. So eventually she kind of shrugs it off. She has her poetry book, her really bad dollar poetry book with her. And she just kind of...
I thought you were trying to
goes back
rack on
on the
your own
slide to read.
poetry.
Yeah. Want me to read some poetry that I wrote freshman year?
No,
As a-
I desperately
as a
do not
sample.
want that.
The movie.
Oh my god! No! I forgot that you had that. No.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
so she's reading really bad poetry in the slide.
as we do often, this is the opening. Like, well, this is the part that we have to get to. It's like in every single episode of was Family Matters the one with Steve Urkel? Which one was the one with Steve Urkel?
I think it was Family
I
Matters.
don't know.
Yeah, no.
Did I do that?
Yeah, eventually you got to get to the did I do that? And we have ours reading shitty poetry in the public park,
Yep.
which is
That's the staple.
just a
of
playground and a little bit more desert than anywhere else.
Yep.
Anyway, you're sitting there and you're reading bad poetry. And you've had this weird sense the entire time that something's been following you. I don't know. Call it divine intervention, call it paranoia. You have the feeling that something's been on your tail. And
Bruh.
you swear to God, you see a figure across the street. But
From inside the slide? Okay, before she gets in the slide, she's kind of shimmying her way in.
you look in the other direction.
Okay.
Just gotta make sure that none of the fucking cops or your dad walking by.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta do a 2-point check. No, but you see a figure across the street, and you should be able to make out who they are. It hasn't been, like, it's not that long of a distance that you shouldn't be able to see who they are. It's across the street. They're, like, roughly 20 feet away from you. But you can't seem to, like, make out any discerning traits. But they start walking away.
Okay. That's a little upset. Okay. She does not go to read poetry in the slide. She was going to, but seeing that just totally wigged her out. She kind of shimmies out of the slide and exits the playground in the opposite direction that person went walking. And she's now aware and kind of looking to see if this person is still following her.
Okay. They are not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're heading in that direction, which should be the same direction as our other two. I would say that you guys don't bump into each other, but you at least, like, see each other from across the street.
Is it too late for her to, like, duck into an alleyway?
Yeah, like they let's say they saw you first. You were too preoccupied looking the other way.
Ah.
So you catch us looking at you, and Dakota gives a friendly wave, obviously knowing you're supposed to be on house arrest.
Oh. Now she tries to duck into an alleyway. Do I have to roll to duck into an alleyway?
No, I mean they've already seen you. You can duck into an alleyway.
We can see where you go, which alleyway you're ducking into.
Well, okay. What if I retcon and say that Mary is actually Spider-Man, and she goes into an alley and then like does a really sick flip, and ends up across town, and you won't even know.
I don't even think that's how Spider-Man works.
Shh. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Anyway, they've seen you. You can hide if you want, but they've seen you.
No, I'm not gonna hide. I'm not a coward.
Well, if you guys want to engage, you can. If you want to ignore this very, very suspicious-looking girl, go right ahead.
I'm not suspicious. She's just living her best life, okay?
In other words, suspicious.
Yeah.
Bruh, no.
No.
What's
That's not
suspicious about leaving your house while you're on house arrest?
Yeah.
It was just like, tis a flesh wound. It's fine.
That's
We
so...
don't have to talk about it.
That's a little bit of a... Okay. Anyway. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we have probably both deducted at this point, even if non-verbally, that... Yeah, it's pretty clear that the dang darn Wendigo did that to those poor gentlemen.
It's obvious.
Like, even though Officer McSpanky over there didn't seem to get the point that there might be something far more sinister out there, we definitely have, and probably just off-screen have discussed that. I think it'd be pretty evident to the audience and to us currently in the call right now.
Yeah, but we've just seen Mary. Like, what are we doing? Like, she's obviously not supposed to be out running around. Do you want to...
So after we're aware that she's out and about, I believe we would start up a conversation.
Okay.
There goes that little girl again.
Don't you think we should, like, at least try to convince her not to be running around when her father tells her to stay put?
That sounds like a Dr. Seuss thing, like the Cat in the Hat. Our mother told us not to make a mess, but then the Cat in the Hat came in. Sorry.
And as some would call it, he made a mess.
Didn't you know that your father said you should not be out?
No, but
Sorry,
please,
I'm done
we
now.
need to continue. Yeah. I don't know. It's clear that she's different, and that she has strange powers or mental abilities. But now that
As you say that... Oh,
No, go on.
go ahead. As you say that she's a little bit weird, she pulls out a box of Tic Tacs from her pocket and eats all of them in one go. She just pops the lid and downs the
And
entire
yeah,
thing of Tic
from the
Tacs.
distance where Dakota is, he goes, "Oh, I hope those weren't pills."
Oh, I was
She
I was gonna bring the Tic Tac thing in. I was gonna make a Tic Tac situated trap where I was gonna have a bunch of Tic Tacs laid out on the ground and you were gonna follow.
she downs the Tic Tacs.
Well, you've established
Downs it like a whole bottle of Xanax.
God.
Should I do the little sound effect? I'll do it from afar.
No,
You can-
no, you don't. You
Look,
really,
look.
you really don't need to.
I did it slower and further from the mic.
Well, that's very nice of you, but I would still like to continue.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's clear that she's different, and
Yes.
I don't know. I believe we've both come to the conclusion that the Wendigo was behind this.
Yes, it's clear from what we saw and the bodies.
And I think it's clear that Officer Stickbutt over there isn't really going to be helping us out if we were to report it. I'm afraid of telling him that there's a monster afoot.
That would not be wise.
Especially because if they got involved, who knows what would happen to the girl? Who knows what would happen to them? And I feel like the whole police station would just get wiped out by them. But I don't think we can take them.
Well,
I'm just a guy with a knife. I kill animals, but that's because I'm trained to do so. I don't know if I could take a Wendigo.
Well, if they get involved, I'm sure it wouldn't wipe out the whole police station, you know? I'd assume the law enforcement has the better sense to...
Yeah, but I feel like everybody would skip town. And then who knows, there might be more.
Alright, you're right. We should somehow deal with this ourselves, but...
And if we're going to do that, we're probably going to need the girl. If she could make me start bleeding from my eyes and mouth, she could probably do some serious damage to that thing.
I was going to say, she could maybe do that to the Wendigo. I get the feeling she isn't very... she wouldn't be inclined to do any favors, though. Should we go ask her anyway?
Well, she's already not supposed to be outside. We can just threaten bringing her back to her father. If we really had to get desperate.
Let's not threaten. Let's...
Threatening children. The episode.
Oh yeah, baby. That's my favorite hobby. Threatening children.
I can tell.
How about we just lay it out and give her options first? I don't know.
Well, first let's come up with a plan. I think our next place to explore, considering now we know the truth, would probably be the mine. It's the only place the Wendigo probably has gone, but it'd be very dangerous to go there, wouldn't it?
I'd think so. Probably need to do some prep work before we're prepared to go in there.
Yeah, you seem like the type to be better for that. I just don't want this thing making it into the city. If it makes it to the high school, imagine all the kids it could get rid of. Something's stopping it from coming out of the forest, but I doubt that's permanent. It's gotta know at some point.
I guess so, but I'd rather deal with the matter at hand. I think we should at least attempt to ask this girl to help us out.
And, like, as this whole thing's been happening, she's, like, slowly, almost comically, trying to tiptoe in the opposite direction down the street, away from them.
So she thinks that she hasn't been spotted.
Yeah, if it's...
Oh, no, she knows.
She just thinks that we're like T-Rexes.
Yeah.
So I imagine we make a slightly humorous line here. Oh, look at that. She's trying to get away. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to the girl.
Alright, let's go.
Do you want to lead, or should I start?
You go ahead. I think she likes you better.
Well, I can only imagine why, Mr. Creep. I'm joking.
Hey.
And then, yeah, they both walk over to the child. And Dakota goes, well, you seem out past your bedtime. I'm just kidding, it's noon. But I'm pretty sure your father said you're not supposed to be out here like this. But don't worry, we can keep it on the down low. I'm sure you were just trying to grab something from the general store. I saw you had some Tic Tacs with you.
Yes, I would offer you one, but
I think you had the whole thing. I saw. Well, we just want to tell you something. We're worried about your safety and the safety of especially the kids at the high school.
Oh.
With the whole situation.
Friends.
You don't have to sugarcoat anything, dear. I didn't have any friends in high school either. And not because of my personality. Like I said, I was sick, didn't come in very often. But in your case, it's not so much I'm worried about you specifically or your friends. It's more so the entirety of Nirvana might be in danger with this whole Wendigo situation. And your father and the rest of the police station don't seem very inclined to help us.
My father isn't inclined to help anyone.
I've
That's
kind of
something
deducted
you
that
should
by
learn
now.
pretty quick.
He seems so desensitized to killing people. I couldn't imagine.
Where
Or
did you get that from?
or seeing
Okay, never
dead
mind.
people. I didn't mean to put it that way. It's just he just seems
Oh,
so
no.
awful. So unpleasant.
Let's not
That's
assume
him.
things.
Oh, let's not assume things.
I've just been in Nirvana a
I
while.
think-
I just think my suspicions might be in the right place.
Okay.
I would agree with you.
Anyhow, it
As
was just
a-
some bad phrasing. But what we're thinking is, we saw you have some incredible abilities on hand. You were able to do a number to me, but I don't take any offense. We were just thinking that if we were to go searching for this thing, or find some more clues as to where it could be, how to stop it, that we wouldn't want you in danger and would want you to come with us. We feel like you'd be in more danger if you were just sitting at home. That thing has seen you before. It has tried to attack you before, and I'm pretty sure it was looking at you when we left the woods yesterday.
Look, I'm sorry about what happened to your face and everything, but you have the wrong person. I don't.
I feel like
know
I would
what to
remember
tell
who
you.
did that to me.
I am absolutely sure we have the right person.
Yeah, I don't think that's the matter at hand. But if you're not comfortable going searching for a monster, that makes total sense. I totally understand you. Just know that the fate you suffer is either you have to deal with your father, or you go on a little field trip with us to try and find something that we think you could deal with quite easily.
Is that a threat?
No, I guess I just put it the wrong way. The stories around here are just
look.
always put that way. I'm sorry.
I think you have the wrong person, and I don't think that you don't know what you're talking about with me and what I can do. So I'm just gonna go. I'm sorry again about your face. And she kind of tries to skirt around you guys and head back.
So are you heading home now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry for having to ask. We were just thinking that you'd be very helpful to us, and maybe we could make a reason for you not to have to be on house arrest.
I'm not a weapon, okay?
Let's...
I know why you're talking to me, and that's not me.
Well then,
I'm
what are you?
You're not you?
I'm not a. And she just kind of
Okay.
takes off running, not wanting to be here.
Mary uses her iconic move.
She runs away.
I just don't think anyone could convince her to do anything. Unless it was her father, but I think we've already know if we asked him if we could bring her with us, she'd be against it,
That would be
and he would
definite
be
no.
super duper against it.
Yeah.
So I guess that leaves just
We'll be
us.
distressed pretty fast.
Oh yeah. And I'm not trying to get a criminal record here.
Exactly.
Or, I guess, at all. But, yeah. I guess we'll have to take this ourselves. So,
I think we should then. If I don't see
Where you
I
guys
guess we have
headed?
no other...
another person.
Where you guys
Well, I
headed?
guess they already established they want to go to the mines, but I think Dakota will ask. Oh, well... I don't think we should go straight to the mines.
Yes, I.
Without having someone with
Give
so
it some
much
time.
untapped potential, maybe we should try to... If we're gonna go to the mines, we should try to lure it out somehow. But it seems like it only eats people.
Okay. Maybe well, don't you think as we don't know for sure that it eats just people. Maybe a substitute from your butcher's job would help prove that, maybe? See if it...
Well, I'm not going to steal anything fresh from work, but I could get something out in the wild, try to set it up as a trap. Problem is, how do I...
That just seems complicated.
How do I...
just buy something then?
Well, it's not that complicated. I'm very used to doing it. But I just don't want to go back out in the woods. So yeah, maybe the best option is you buy something from the butcher's shop. We try to set up some kind of bear trap type thing and see if we can get the Wendigo trapped. And I guess from there, we try to kill it.
Alright, it's a good plan. I just have a hunch it's a bit smart for a bear trap. I don't know. It seemed... It seems like it's... has the intelligence to avoid that kind of thing. I don't know.
Well, then how do we
don't know a lot about
get
this.
rid of it? If it's smart enough to avoid a bear trap, why would it not be smart enough just to walk inside of the city?
Alright, that's true.
That means it's
Maybe I'm
probably
overthinking
afraid
it.
of us fighting it, which means it might be weak to something like a gun. But I don't really use those.
I've got one of those.
Well, that's
Well,
flattering.
not on me, but I've...
No, I understand. I'm thinking maybe we could try to set it up at a distance. Maybe even use one of us as bait. Of course, you're probably a better sharpshooter than me, but I'd rather not get hit.
It's a close range gun, so I doubt that's going to work.
So I guess I just... We can't just try the mine. And if you don't think a trap will work, do you have any better ideas?
I'd honestly just rather lay out the area, maybe. I don't know, see
Alright, get a
feel for where it usually goes.
And then maybe we
So
can
maybe-
find a point where we can find some time to get into its little domain. It's definitely a lot
maybe.
smarter than what I was going. I'm just used to cutting off problems at the head, you know?
I think I'd like to learn where it is at what time, usually. Like, maybe if it's always, like, at certain places in the day, I think that would be useful.
That would be quite useful. Problem is, how do we stay hidden from it? It seemed very keen, very intelligent.
That's another problem.
I don't know, you have a pair of binoculars? The woods aren't too dense.
Quentin, can I roll for preparedness?
Sure.
Just have
Yeah.
a pair of binoculars? Okay. Okay. I
Oh,
have
good
a
lord.
pair of binoculars
Holy
on
shit,
me right
yeah.
now.
Oh my god.
That was a straight 12.
Yeah.
Also, he has an entire Bassin Pro shop just in
He
his
has
pocket.
he has the entire Bass Pro Shop's pyramid from Memphis, Tennessee,
Well,
just in his pocket.
to be fair, that move is for it says for when you need something unusual or rare.
Yeah.
Binoculars aren't really rare, so like I don't know if that should still.
But they are quite unusual
You have
to just
your...
kind of have in the middle of Nevada.
Well, okay. How about this? You have your antique binoculars that you got from a pawn shop, maybe on one of your travels, and this
Okay.
has the strange, I don't know, facet of being able to see things that can't otherwise be seen.
Okay.
I mean, and if you want to add that to your inventory, go ahead, just take that.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
But yeah, it's sort of like a magic sensing effect. You can see things that are unseen or whatever. You have to roll for it. You have to roll sharp to be able to discern. But if you want to use that effect, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually just had a pair of binoculars. Okay,
Okay.
I'm starting to learn a lot more about you.
Uh, yeah, we're both getting to know each other well, I think.
So, is there any need to bait it, or would we just be staking it out? Seeing if we can check around the cave area at a safe distance, somewhere within the city
I,
bounds.
I think that would be a good place to start, I guess. We don't really have a definitive plan, so...
There is a water
It's better than
tower. We
nothing.
probably could have a good view from there. And that is an area I just created.
Wait,
There's
what?
a water tower.
Yeah, of course
That
there's
there,
a water tower.
yeah, there's got to be a water tower in the
There's
city
gotta be a
somewhere.
water tower somewhere, yeah.
So, yeah,
There's not a reservoir, so of course there's a water tower.
yeah. So there's a water tower. I think we could probably get a decent view from there. Just look around, see if we can find it moving around. But one more thing. How long should we keep this on the down low? Should we really just never tell the police? Or do you think if things do get nasty enough, we should try to get the authorities in on this?
I think we should keep it low for now.
Well, I know for now, because,
Maybe,
you know,
if things get out of hand.
Officer Stickbutt's not really going to cooperate with us unless there's a real threat. But I can't just blatantly go tell him there's a monster.
Yeah.
I don't have that
obvious.
part.
Yeah?
But yeah, I guess staking out is our next course of action.
Alright.
I'll see you at the water tower. It probably only moves around at night, I would say. So sometime tonight, maybe?
Alright, 10? 11? Is that too late?
Oh, not for me. I usually stay up pretty late.
Alright. I guess we'll meet there.
Alright, great, it's a date. I'm gonna bring all of my fanciest clothes. No, not really.
Well,
Bruh.
and with that, you guys end your conversation and break off to get prepared. And now, Mary, you're running off in a completely
To
separate
my
direction.
house. I
to your
ran
house.
back to my house.
Okay. Yeah, your house isn't there.
Just
There's just a hole
uh-huh. Man, I hate
in
when
the
that
ground
happens.
where your
Okay.
house is. Yeah.
Okay. Is
See,
that
that's the
because
thing about
you-
having. No, there's a demon in your head that's trying to steer you in one direction or another. So that's
Okay.
the little caveat of supernatural powers.
Okay. So she can't go home. She tries the playground since that's close.
Okay.
And then sees the mysterious devil man again.
Bruh.
No, but you do hear him. Mary, I have been thinking. You know, it's so unfortunate that you don't know too much about. I know everything there is to know about you. You don't know nearly enough about me. You don't know much of anything, do you, you stupid, stupid girl?
And she starts kind of, I'm assuming this is happening when she's walking, running to the playground. Yes. So as she's going, she just goes, "Ah, shut up!" to herself. She looks
all-
crazy.
Yeah, it's all bad poetry and I don't know what else you're into. You're kind of basic.
You don't know.
You're just
me.
not quirky and different.
You're
Okay.
just not like the other girls,
I'm
you
sorry,
know?
but you're just not built different.
I am built different. You don't even know.
Well, listen. Mary, I'll let you have your house and I'll let you have your little park. And at this point you're starting to you turn the corner to where the park is and you see it for a second, but then it raises up out of the ground and is hovering 10 feet above.
Ooh.
I'll let you have your things back if you do something for me.
Why would I do anything for you?
So you can go back to living a semi-normal life.
So she just sits there for a second. And then she goes, okay. put my stuff back, and I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Yes, whatever you want, or whatever I want first, and then we'll get you your stuff.
Oh, I'm just supposed to trust you? You've been living in my head for how long?
About a year, I'd say. A little bit over a year. I mean, I've been watching you for long as I can remember. But I've only been stuck in here for so long.
Okay. I'll do what you want. Just you'll put it back?
I will put everything back just as you like it. Plain, simple, and boring.
Okay.
Now, there's an old man. He's an old... I wouldn't say friend. He doesn't even know who I am, but I know who he is. And I think he has some things that might shed light on some things that you and your... well, I guess just your friends are looking into.
They're not my friends, and I'm not working with them.
Sure. But if me, the one in your head that can literally control your life, wants you to work with them, you will work with them. Because you're at my mercy. Last time I checked, I can do amazing, wondrous things. And I do that for people who play along to my tune.
Okay.
Good. Listen, Mary, I have a certain way of dealing with people who don't listen to me. It's called a mental collapse. Up here there are walls that discern what is reality, and when I start pushing back against those walls, they start to fall apart until your still living conscious is trapped within a vast void of which you can never, ever, ever escape. Does that sound good to you?
No.
Well, the old man is in an apartment building that he owns.
Okay, how am I supposed to find that? There's apartments all over.
There's one apartment complex in this entire town, Mary. You are dull to the bone, Jesus.
I don't... Okay.
I've only lived here for like a week, dude.
Yeah, shut up. No.
Oh, I'm sorry to bully you, sweetheart. It's okay. What, you gonna cry to mommy?
Oh.
That was a little far.
Uh-oh.
Bruh.
It's a bro moment.
Well, away we go.
What, did she just appear here?
The screen spins, and we are here at the apartment building.
So she's kind of unaware as to how to handle herself. So she kind of like awkwardly knocks on his door, and then just like, while she waits for him to answer, her hands do a lot of like she goes to like shake his hand, and then she puts her hand back in her pocket. Then she goes to reach for her like Tic Tacs, realizes it's empty, and kind of like goes through this awkward cycle of not knowing what to do.
What in the Sam hell are you doing?
Girl Scout cookies.
I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. This is our last attempt to try and contact you.
You
Have
ain't
you
got no
ever
damn
noticed-
cookies? What the...
I'm giving me your cookies, and
I-
I'll and Girl
I
Scout
did
cookies.
not order any Girl Scout cookies this year. You ain't a Girl Scout. You look too plain and simple to be a Girl Scout. You ain't wearing that colorful uniform.
You look like a little bitch, not a Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Listen, little Girl Scout, I got me some girl doubts about your Girl Scoutedness. So if you'd
That
please
was
just
good.
back off.
No, you don't understand. I have to talk to you. I think. I don't know.
I
It's
think.
complicated.
I didn't
Can
read the
I
script.
Come in, please.
What? Are you in trouble?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, come on in.
Okay. And she walks into your apartment.
Well, I guess just make yourself at home, I guess.
And she just stands awkwardly in the space.
What? No.
Just
Sit the fuck
okay,
down.
okay. I'm sorry.
God, youth these days. You don't know when to sit. You don't know when to stand. You don't know when to do anything. Where are you from? I haven't seen your face around here much. I know everyone in this town.
I'm from a lot of... I lived in Oregon before here. I was there for a while.
Well, you ever heard the Oregon Trail?
No? What?
I mean, I got it on me. I mean, I know you kids are into your video games. I got the Oregon Trail down on my computer over there, and it's this ancient fucking like. I don't even know what kind. What is like the earliest model?
It's
A
just a
1980 Macintosh.
Oh my god, he's got a Macintosh, bro.
Bruh.
I mean, them graphics are a little bit trying on that system, but it works just
no.
fine if you can have patience with like the long loading times. I barely got it working. I'm a little bit of a computer genius myself. My health is all right. That's just how I laugh. Let's move on.
Okay. She's
So what are-
so confused.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
It told me to be here. I
Okay.
thought you'd know more than I would.
Missy, what the hell is it?
I don't know if it's a he or a they or a thing.
Oh god, don't even get me started on these pronouns.
No, not like that. Trans rights, dude. No. But yes, but not the point I'm trying to make here.
Well, I am, of course, in support of trans rights. Don't you see the flag that I have over there on the wall? And it's like an upside-down trans rights flag. Well, no, inverted.
It's
Color
the
inverted.
same. It's this. Oh, okay. I was gonna say upside down.
Yeah.
It's the okay.
My
yes.
grandson is a wonderful woman.
This might have been a. Is there anyone else that owns their own apartment in this building, or is it just you?
I own this entire building.
Oh, so it is you. Yay.
Yeah, you came to the right place. Are you feeling okay?
I'm fine, okay? I just am here and after a little bit, I won't be here, and then I'll be back at home, and it'll be fine. So just...
Okay. Are you here about the thing?
Like the big thing, the monster.
Like that rock dude from Fantastic Four?
That
Clobbering time.
clobbering time.
Just
Is that one? Yep. Big and orange and whatnot?
yeah. No.
Yeah, no, that one officer told me he'd have someone down here to check on me about the thing I saw.
That I'm that person. I am an officer. I'm
thought you-
Officer Thomas.
But he was Officer Thomas. Who are you?
I'm the better Officer Thomas.
I thought
God
you were a
damn,
Girl
went for the
Scout.
man's soul.
I'm Officer Thomas 2.0, the Girl Scout. She was that.
Yes!
That's a little inside joke we have.
Wow.
Us policemen. You'd have to be there, man. Yep, that's me.
Okay. Well, take a
She is
seat.
having a panic episode in this man's living room.
Listen, okay, I know you look a little bit new. Please sit down. I've seen enough cops new on the force to know the protocol here.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. You're already sitting, but sit down metaphorically.
I double sit. She sinks further into the chair.
Good job.
I clip into the ground. I'm speedrunning this.
You've solved my sitting puzzle.
Ding 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 ding.
No. But, okay. Would you say your name was Officer Thomas?
Yep, that's me.
Thomas, I've been here a real long time. I've been here longer than anyone else has been here. I lived out here in the desert before there was any sort of civilization. I lived in a shack. I lived in old Nirvana.
Oh.
Yeah, and here's something I can tell you about this place. It's not normal. It's not.
Really?
No.
Ooh.
Everybody seems fine, but it's anything but. Before we actually, like, I don't know, put something in this area, it was just a ring of trees round a clump of desert. And there was a single building.
Was it your shack?
No, my shack was all the way down in old Nirvana, that western town.
Oh.
Well, back there about 80 years ago, until it got abandoned all of a sudden. Well, maybe because it sunk into the ground a bit, but, you know.
Shit happens.
No, there was only one building that was built. It was that one old... I want to say it's a hotel now? It's called Gabriel's Haven. I think it's primarily a bar, but they have an inn, like, service that they rent out. They rent out the upstairs to people.
Oh.
That was the only thing that was there. And, I mean, there were some weird things. And then he sort of, like, stalls for a second. There were some weird...
Sir, are you okay?
Something wrong with your router? You seem to be lagging a little bit.
What? We all become monsters eventually.
I'm sorry?
Stay here long enough, everyone becomes not inside Nirvana. We're all protected. We're all just hidden. We're hidden monsters. getting worse and worse every day. We get worse. People get worse. People get worse. People get sick. You can't see it, but people get sick. They get sick and they start to change. They start to change things. You can't see it inside of the ring. The ring. You can't see it. You can't see outside of it. You need to see outside the ring. You need to see.
Stop, please. Please.
I'm sorry. I don't know. There are things from my very extensive past that I can't quite seem to keep in my mind for very long. They just sort of drift in and out. Little tidbit of knowledge every once in a while. Yeah. No, but this monster was a big, gangly fella. Think you call them coyotes?
I am almost certain from my cop training that a coyote is an animal that isn't a monster. I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. So the coyote, because you know that's what that was.
Yeah. Saw a picture, exact same.
Exact same. Wow, I'll be.
Yeah. It was one of them coyotes.
Big coyote. Okay. Do you know? Have you seen one of those before yesterday?
Yeah, it was an entire pack of them. About 3 coyotes.
Okay. I think that there must be a mistake, and she gets up to leave. Can she leave? Or is this like...
She can leave whenever she wants. And
I feel like there's a trap.
You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave.
Honestly, that's just Mary's character. She's trapped in Hotel California.
Oh, you're leaving?
No, not yet. I just... Can I be frank with you? Sir,
I thought you were a Girl Scout.
Okay.
They don't tend to be named Frank.
I was about to
What
say.
you mean?
Well, hi, Frank. I ain't ever met you before.
Look, I know about weird things, okay? The reason I'm here is a whole chain of weird, really shitty events. And
I don't want to know about your parents' sex life.
No, we're not. No.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like that. I saw it yesterday too. And I don't know. I thought you could help. And she gestures to her head, thought you could help.
Oh, so it's one of those multiple personality businesses.
Something like that.
Well, come over here. Come over to Macintosh.
Oh, good God.
It's off right now, so you're gonna have to give me a minute.
Yeah, you just hear like...
Da-ding. Oh, well, I'm sorry that took about 15 minutes, but it's okay. It's on now.
Thank you for sitting here for 14 hours while that booted up.
Just got it connected to the internet now.
Oh, the dial-up internet noises.
Da-ding. Well, that was another 15 minutes. Well, okay. And he
Oh,
tried...
it's night time now. Look at that.
Well, okay. Let me tap it in, and it types in coyote, but there are a bunch of spelling mistakes.
Okay.
I think it spells it like Kai, and then like YOT, and then like 4 E's.
But somehow,
Do you want me to type that in?
yeah. Go ahead. You can type it in. You can type in whatever you want.
She does. She types in coyote and deletes what he had in.
All right. Oh, is that the way you spell it? That doesn't make sense in my head.
Honestly,
that's
coyote is
English.
spelled really weird.
It is. It ain't it. What the fuck you doing here, Dakota?
What? I'm not Dakota. I'm God.
Is that you?
Yes, it is me, God. No, wait, hold on. If I'm
the one that's
no, hold on.
to this story.
If I'm God, I gotta be Morgan Freeman. Yes, the way you spell coyote is quite weird.
Are you gonna give me your powers for a day, God?
And
No,
Mary is just sitting
I
here going,
choose
I've
not to."
heard.
Are we
I've
gonna-
heard about voices in your head, but this is a little bit wacky.
Why
She-
would you
she
not
turns
want the
the
voice
camera.
of Morgan Freeman in your head? Do
She
you not
gives the
know how
camera.
soothing it would be?
If you ever hear voices in your head, you should get that checked out.
And it's just a picture of Mary holding Tic Tacs with this really
By
crooked
the way,
smile.
virginity is very cool. This PSA
Sunrise.
was sponsored by the Imaginauts podcast. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, we don't have actual sponsors.
That's
so
it!
We make up random
We're
things.
sponsored by ourselves.
Yep, we have fun here.
Sponsored by Charm Charms.
We do a little trolling.
We do a little.
A little bit here and there. We dabble in advertisement.
Yeah. No, that's one of them coyotes. Right there, and he points to a picture of a coyote.
So you, so you didn't actually see that monster.
What's this gaggle web braiser?
Okay.
Sir, do you have a brain?
Like, okay, I know something that I could try on it, but it would have a lot of bad side effects, and I don't know. I don't know.
Are you saying you might try something that could possibly cause this man to start bleeding out of his eyes and mouth?
No. It wouldn't be unfortunate for him. It would be unfortunate for me.
Yeah.
Do you know? Okay, can I try? Okay, so I have this
Mary.
thing called the sight, and so I can see the invisible, and it's talking about ghosts, but it does say invisible. Is there something in this picture that I'm not seeing?
Well,
It's
you'd
a
have
part
to
of
roll
my.
for it.
Well, it's a part of my investigate a mystery roll.
Well, let's see.
Okay. Huh. So she goes, "Okay, sir, just stand back. I'm gonna try something, and it's gonna be more unpleasant for me probably than it is for you.
What in the hell are you talking about?
You'll see."
And in the back of
Oh,
your
and I
mind, you
got
have
a
someone
7.
chanting, yes.
And I get a 7.
Oh, that's a swing and a miss, sweetie.
Uh-oh.
No, but... I might just hold this one for... I'm gonna give you some options.
Are you kidding me? I'm with a person right now. I don't think you can just do this.
I will let you have what you want, but I get to hold a little something for later that I can invoke out of nowhere.
No.
Or you can not get the effect that you want, and something bad is going to happen to that old man. It's really on you. Whatever you decide.
Gaslighting a child. The episode.
That's my entire personality.
That's so great.
Yeah, put that on your Tinder bio.
Oh my god.
I gaslight children.
Okay. You can hold something on me. Don't hurt this guy. Just don't.
Well, I wish good karma was something that actually existed. But we'll see what happens. And your vision like lights up. Like you can see brighter. And this man is not looking well. Oh no. The picture's just a picture of a coyote on the internet.
Okay.
It's not like he saw a coyote and started chasing him and he was like, "Let me snap a pic."
No, I wasn't sure if, like, in the picture, the Wendigo was, like, lurking in the background and it couldn't be captured by cameras or some deal like that, you know?
No, but...
Well, cool.
Yeah, this guy is looking... his skin is awful. It looks like he has a tumor protruding out of his right shoulder. His hair is falling out. One of his eyes is actually larger than the other one. Like, significantly. And half of his teeth are gone, and you can't really hear what he's saying. He's still like talking, but as he's speaking, you can see in his gums new teeth are growing in.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so this is before Digby and Dakota go to stake out for the Wendigo, right?
I think so, yeah.
So, I think she'd remember that, like, Digby has some sort of first aid something, because she does not want to go to get, like, a doctor or anything. So she says, okay, wait, just wait right here. I have someone that can help with whatever this is. And she just kind of gestures to his whole person. And she goes, shit, okay, I'll be right back, okay? Just
all right.
Don't leave your apartment, or just sit in the chair to read your Wikipedia. I'll be right back.
And your time is up. And the vision flashes again, and he is perfectly okay.
No,
If you
Wait.
want to go and get medical attention, fine. But we only reveal truths, something that this town isn't really fond of.
No, I think that they can help. They see the weird stuff too. I think. And she turns to the guy after just seemingly talking to herself and says, "I'll be right back, okay? Just. I have a cop friend," and with that just awkward whatever, she runs out the door and starts.
You going to go
for
deal with the
Digby.
coyote?
Yeah, coyote.
All right.
Got it.
Good.
Okay.
Good job. Thank you.
I'll be back. Don't leave your apartment, please.
All right.
And she just starts looking for Digby because she doesn't know who else to really look for.
All right.
Well. Seems like you finally came back to us.
Bruh, it's an emergency.
You couldn't live with your own failure, and where did that bring you? Back to me.
Yeah. I mean, Digby, would you say that you're still like in town?
Yeah, I would be making a quick trip back to my living quarters just to grab a couple of things for the stakeout.
Yeah, and I don't like necessarily think that the living quarters is something that you need to like keep a super duper secret about. Like,
Yeah.
you can,
You know, it's just the room that you've tied a bunch of yarn to the walls, like tying a bunch of places together. That's the room that people aren't supposed to see. the panic room basement area.
Yeah. Well, you guys, Mary, you find Digby rather quickly. He kind of stands out. He's a little bit of a shifty looking individual.
Hey, we have that in common. Hey.
Aw, it's a found family fanfiction in the making.
I've already started writing fanfiction for this podcast as someone in the podcast, so don't even. I'm kidding.
What kind of fanfiction?
I do have an archive of our own account that I have posted real fanfiction to, but that's besides the point.
What kind of fanfiction?
Ew, I was like in middle school, nothing crazy. Okay, so I find him.
I don't know, middle school sounds like the craziest kind.
Bruh, okay. I find Digby.
Yeah, you find Digby.
In his house, or like walking towards his house? That would be weird.
Walking towards his house. Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't have a house.
I don't think she even knows Digby's name, or if she does, she's not gonna remember here. So she goes, "Hey, guy, you."
Excuse. Oh, it's you again.
Hey,
hi.
I don't have time. I'm not helping you find your weird monster. I'm not gonna be something for you to write in your notebook about. There's a guy and he needs help. I saw it and then I didn't, but I know that it's there, and you like weird things. I need your help, okay?
Well, so you're saying, hold on, someone needs help, right?
Someone needs help, and I don't know who else to go
Okay.
to.
Medical?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let me just run in and get some supplies. I'll be right back.
Okay, but like, we have to go quickly. I don't know how long this guy has. It was pretty bad.
Okay, I understand. I'll be right there. He's gonna run in to his house real quick and come out like not even a minute later with a couple of medical supplies. And could you lead the way? I have no idea who this person is or where he is.
Yeah, come on. And she kind of takes him to this guy's apartment. She doesn't make a lot of conversation on their walk up. That's not really her jam. Mm-hmm. And they get to his apartment, and can we just walk back in? Do you think he locked his door, Quentin? Can we just kind of...
No, just go back.
Slip on in?
Come back on inside! I hear you out there! Stop bumping around!
Okay. And I turn to Digby before we go in, and I say, my name is Officer Thomas. I am a new cop, and you are a medic from the police station. Got it?
I'll go with it for now.
I'll take that for a yes. Okay.
No, you ain't. You're a Girl Scout.
Funny inside joke. Right, medic?
What is going on here?
Funny inside joke. Laugh with me, please. Okay.
Yay.
I don't know if you can see it. He has this he has a bump on his shoulder. It might be cancer. His teeth. Sir, open your mouth, please. Teeth and
what are you doing? This man is perfectly fine.
No. He isn't. I
am not perfectly fine. I got a coyote problem.
Don't listen about that. Nope, he does not. No.
Okay.
Look, I saw something that I shouldn't have seen. And I know that you saw that monster yesterday, and I know that you've seen weird stuff. I've seen you writing in that notebook. Okay, I need you to trust me when I say that this guy is not okay.
Well, if I were to believe that, what am I supposed to do about it?
I don't know.
Well, alright, sir. I'll just check him out then, alright?
Okay, thank you.
Can I have your name, sir?
Nah, my name is...
Frantically scrambles through notes.
Yeah, my name is... My name is Tim.
All right, Tim.
Yeah, Tim Barkin.
You feeling all right? No pain in your shoulder or anything?
I'm okay. I don't remember too much. Wait, you look for... You... 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 You,
Oh, he did this last time.
you look
Yeah, I just rebooted his Wi-Fi.
familiar. What?
Turn it off and on again.
Why do you look for... You shouldn't look familiar, should you?
Do I know you?
Are you related to her?
No, I've
Where?
met her like last week.
No.
No, wait. You're a spitting image of her. She went down the... It's been 70 years. You sure you don't know Anne?
Okay, Mary. I now believe you that this man probably has something going on.
Everyone should believe me all the time.
He starts sweating.
That's an overstatement.
I don't... something's wrong. I need to get somewhere else. This place isn't...
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
I remember too much. I need to get outside town. I need to get outside town now.
Wait, why? What? Why do you need to get out?
This place can edit people. It can...
What?
That's why I don't remember things. It can take things away. It can put things in. It makes everything seem normal. Normal. No. So I got them coyotes, and they're all up in my bitch business.
Oh
Hey,
my god.
listen, they are around my apartment building. You need to sort that out now. Aren't you a Girl Scout? Can't you earn like a badge or something for that?
Not a Girl Scout. Funny, haha, inside joke, remember?
But you said you had cookies.
I don't know what you remember.
You're either
I
a
have
police
a-
officer or...
Hey, I have a car.
Yes,
And she has this real shit-eating grin on her face. I have a car, and we can get you out of town. It's not that bad of a drive. Nirvana's a little tiny town.
Yeah, we just have to go through the wooded clear, and that's it.
in this.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. You know what?
Doing.
Why don't you
Actually-
come with me to my car?
So now that I'm describing, the things that are outside of town, like the little ring of trees establishes where the town's border is, which makes it a circular border, which is weird for a town. But there is this big manor, the Schaefer Estate, outside of town. There is the quarry. There is actually, Artie, your living area is outside of town. Your little hole in the ground.
So I went outside of town to get Artie?
No. Artie was on his way walking out of the road that leads outside of town.
Okay.
The water tower is outside of town, of the town's borders, and the radio station is outside of the town's borders.
So yeah, I can totally get you out, sir. Why don't we go over to my car, right, Digby?
Sure, yes, that's perfectly right. Do you know where we're going with this? What?
If he's been edited, there's something in this town that's messing with him. So we get him out of town.
Okay.
We get some answers,
Okay,
right?
I see your reasoning. Okay, let's try it. Sir, we do. Would you, Could you do the talking? I
Mm-hmm.
don't.
Hey, do you want, let's go over to my car, sir. Why don't you pack a nice book for the drive, and we can head on over to my house to get my car.
I have How to Train Your Dragon on DVD. Do you have a
That's
DVD player in your
great.
car?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get her on.
Yeah, so we're back at my house. Unless there's something. I don't think there's something.
This place looks like shit.
Yeah. Just moved in a little bit ago. Yeah.
Why you
And she
got the
kinda-
entrance?
Yep.
You're facing
don't-
out an alleyway. What kind of?
Don't worry about it. And
All right.
she pulls this really, like, I don't know, what do you cover cars in? Tarps?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
she pulls this tarp off of this old car. There's still some, like, packing tape and moving boxes kind of in the back seat. And she goes, "This, sir, and Diggoby, is my car."
Can we assume that this is your dad's car and that you do not
Absolutely.
have your
She doesn't have
driver's
her license. She's 15.
Yeah. Yeah.
She goes, don't worry about it. All right, sir, you can sit in the back. Digby, do you want to ride shotgun?
Shouldn't I be driving?
Shh, it's my car. It's my car.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm. Well, okay, never mind. Just.
She gets in. She has the spare key of it on like a keychain that she also has like her house key and stuff on. Starts the car up. And she's taken her dad's car places before, but she's not very good at driving.
Act under pressure.
Okay.
Digby is like gripping those like side handle things of the car for dear life.
And she's only going like 5 miles an hour. They're still in the alley.
He's still that nervous.
You're going to steal your dad's car and then go 5 miles an hour?
Well, we're in the alleyway.
Oh, that's true.
Isn't his car a cop car? Wouldn't that make this?
No, he has a cop car. I'm imagining because I mean they moved from somewhere. They drove in his car, his personal car.
I
so-
imagine just rolling a 12. You just like act under pressure. and it's nothing.
I got
Ooh.
a 7,
That's at least a mixed success.
That's a
and I
mixed
also
success.
have that thing that the demon said he was gonna do.
Oh, no, I'm
Uh-oh.
saving that for later.
Okay.
Alrighty then, let's get going. And you get in the driver's seat, and there is Diggoby in shotgun, and there's the old man in the back, and then there's your demon friend sitting right next to him.
What? No, you don't get to sit here. And
Why?
Again, you get out.
No.
Get out.
Why?
Because
I've
This
been
isn't-
Digby doesn't
this
say
is-
anything, but he's
this
kind of just
is
looking
my car.
side-eyed.
I've
don't-
been
you-
there for all of your previous firsts. Maybe.
I've been there for all of your previous. I've tolerated about enough. I have the old man. I'm doing the thing for you. Get out of my car.
Mary, who are you talking to?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, you
Your
could
mom.
like get rid of the old man and like dump him. Very easy. Very
I don't-
easy thing to
I'm
do.
not talking about the old man, and you know it. Fine,
Okay.
fine. Whatever. And she turns the car on and just starts driving.
All right. Okay. So you start driving, and you're actually doing pretty well. But you go a little bit over the speed limit.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
You go a little bit over the speed limit, and you hear a voice. You hear a voice coming from behind you, yelling towards you. And it's not your father, but it's another cop. It's one of your father's co-workers.
Shit.
You would know this copper as Lexi. And
Okay.
he's your father's partner.
Okay.
This is dispatch. We didn't send out a car.
Okay. And I look over at Digby, and I look at the old man in the backseat, and I say, "Okay, we're gonna make this an express drive." And before anyone gets to say anything, she just takes off speeding as fast as she possibly can.
No.
And you,
Skirt, skirt.
and you, and you look back, and she totally saw your face.
Ah, shit.
Maybe nothing else, but she saw your face.
Okay. Digby, you know how to get out, right?
Just
Tell me
keep driving
where to
this
go.
direction.
Okay.
I should be the one driving.
It's too late. It's too late.
Okay. Just drive. Drive.
And you get onto the main
Okay.
road. You can see straight through town. There's just this little clump of trees.
She goes, "You."
Mary, as you hit the gas, it's a breakthrough moment. You have been told so many lies. Deceit, trickery, it is omnipresent throughout your life. But in this moment, you can tell none of this is fake. Time slows down. You can see, looking back, the old man transform into the form you saw earlier. And as time resumes its normal pace, you are hit with the realization that everything has been real. And that, more than anything else, terrifies you. And now we come to my favorite segment of the entire show, where we get to shout out the patrons, of which we already have one. It's crazy because it's literally been a day since we put the Patreon advertisement out there. But we have gotten the financial support of one Gideon Ebling. That is so... It is insane to me that the four of us and this project is going to be financially supported in any way at any level from here on out. So, thank you, Gideon. It means a lot. Eventually, hopefully, I'm just going to be listing off a list like a big list of names. But other things that I do want to share here. The theme is the Thimbleweed Opener from point-and-click adventure game Thimbleweed Park. The Imaginauts Logo was thought up and drawn by our very own wonderful creative mastermind, Bella. And I think that's about it. I love putting these out. Just gonna say that. Alright, okay, you've heard enough of me talk. I'll be seeing all you guys later. Goodbye. Appreciate all you guys. But goodbye, for now. See you later. See you. No, you hang up first. No, it's okay. It's okay. You hang up. You hang up. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'll do it. See ya. Eh?